Taurus, hello my love. Welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. I hope that y'all are doing well. Taurus, we have the shadow and the shaman, the ocean, the vision, the mountain, the queen, Kairos, and the eternal child. Taurus, I mean, I feel like it's been in y'all's read for a while, just this idea of letting something go. And why do you need to let it go? And how is it that it's holding you back, right? I mean, for y'all, I feel like for a few months now, it's just been this idea of like, listen, you've been eating a bag of woes. And the reality of it is, you know, it's just kind of like, I feel like other people want to put their things on you, right? It's like, I don't know, like you think about, like divorce, you know, like who gets the friends, who gets the family, who gets the kids, who gets the, you know what I mean? And it's like, it removes anybody's right to say, you know, like, well, I love these people, you know, like they were my family. They will always be like family to me. You know what I mean? Like just because of a piece of paper doesn't mean that I don't have love for these people, right? And yet if there's this conflict of, well, you know, like I get this and I get that, and it's just kind of like, well, you know, like you get caught in the middle of it, right? And if it's, oh, I experienced this. If you leave me, you leave the family. You know what I mean? The family that you didn't want anything to do with for all those years. You know what I mean? Like, but this punishment that's inflicted, and it's like, well, what, like, but what does the family experience in this inflicted punishment of making a decision on behalf of yourself, right? Because the reality of it is, like, if I'm doing something that's going to make my life better, it's going to make everyone's life better. But you know, just because it's in conflict with ownership, then somehow it's bad. That's very personal and, you know, specific, but it can play out in any way. You know what I mean? Like if you want to leave a company to go to another job and you're like, this company is so much better and they offer benefits and they have better pay and they, you know what I mean? Like they have tuition reimbursement and I can do this and this. And if I stay with this company, I get shit on every day and I get told that I don't have the right to want more for myself. And do you know what I mean? Like, it's just that energy of like having to really let go of the security of something that was really preventing you from embracing the fullness of any one experience. I think feeling very pushed in one direction, which is part of the reason that you've been fighting that battle of like, I'm not this person or this person or this person or this person. And you know what I mean? And like, I need to be able to make decisions for myself, you know, like here, and having to really understand your own personal value outside of the value of other people. I think that you've taken a lot of time to really pay attention to the patterns. You know, and the unfortunate thing about patterns is that they take time to exhibit themselves. And usually a pattern isn't the same behavior over and over again. Or the same situation over again. It's the same behavior in a different situation. And so you have to see, because, you know, you can be like, well, it's different this time. It's different this time. Okay. I hear you. So you go through that pattern. So you see how it's different, until you see how it's always the same. And until you see how it's always the same, you're not really able to like feel balanced and moving forward. But I think that you're seeing that pattern of behavior and understanding your value outside of that. And just feeling really nervous, right? Which is legit. Taurus. Oh my gracious. Ooh, we got cards. Four of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Wands, Five of Wands, Nine of Swords. Okay, we're gonna start here. So we had so many cards. I think just really understanding like what it is that, like how it is that manipulation plays itself out over and over and over again. And if you can't see it in the situation at hand, then like go back over time and check and see, you know, like does it add up? You know, like if somebody comes to you and they say, listen, like this is what's going on, and I don't like, I know that it might not be like blatantly obvious to you, but you know what I mean? If you really look at it, like step back from the perspective of ownership, step back from the perspective of, oh, it's different, it's different, it's different, it's different. It's not different. And I think you've had to really study that and see it for what it is. And you needed to see it in your own life. How does that play out for you? Because sometimes it's hard for us to understand where other people are coming from until we've experienced it ourselves. Right? And then when you've experienced it yourself, you're like, oh, okay. Yeah. Which I think sends you in another direction that, again, Taurus, allows for you to really step into a great deal of abundance, step into like the power and the magic of who you are as an individual, you know, and take the good that you've received, because no matter where you are at any given point in time, you will experience some good. Everything with reason, right? You've learned things that you never would have learned. Like you've acquired skills, you've witnessed, you know, like bad things play out, but you've also seen how it is that they end up being allowed to be played out. And you're ready to just move on. I mean, honestly, Taurus, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, 3 of Cups, 2 of Cups. I mean, there's nurturing, there's care, there's abundance, there's happiness and joy. And I feel like, again, this has just been like at your doorstep, and you've just been really having to figure out why you want to let go of something, and having a lot more information come to light. I feel like it was your last read, but it was just kind of like the idea of sleuthing, you know what I mean? And you're like, I'm going to figure out what's really going on here, right? And then you acquired enough information to realize that what wasn't sitting right with you, that indigestion you were getting from that bag of woes, was with reason. And you've spent a lot of time feeling like you're holding on to some idea of, you know, like the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence, and I don't really know which way to go, and you know, like, but I've really had to work on myself, and I like, when I work on myself, I know where my happiness is. And if I know myself and I know where my happiness is, I'm able to make decisions that enable me to move in new directions. No more missing out. No more sitting around fantasizing about what life would be. Make life what you want it to be. Right? Taurus. Love y'all so much. Hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. All that jazz. Taurus. The Emperor, the High Priestess, and the Queen of... I'm sorry, not the High Priestess. The Emperor and the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles. Powerhouse energy. Powerhouse couple. Powerhouse decisions that enable you to move forward in big, big ways. I mean, listen, y'all. The 10 of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, you've got so much Pinnacle power energy here. Pinnacle power. But I feel like legit, like whatever it is that you're doing, whichever direction you're going to go, it's going to be so abundant. And I think just, there are so many times in life that we go through things and we just think, why is this happening to me? And how is this fair? And I couldn't tell you that there is any such thing as fair. You know, I think it's just some fabricated idea that we have, because even in the best situations, things don't always seem fair, right? Even if you're on the good side of things. And yet you've prepared for it, and yet you've built up the endurance for it. You've, you know what, I don't know, but I just feel like you have an ability to sustain something that feels like you are working towards building, not like you're just mowing on a bag of woes, right? Because ew, ew. All right, Taurus, well, I hope this resonates with y'all. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. Please give me a like, share, and subscribe if it does, and I will see y'all again soon. Bye.